All right. Um, let's check off the build a CRUD application. We've been able to complete that. So the next thing would be to build an authentication app. So basically, what this would mean is we're going to be adding authentication to the app we've been building so far. That is just it. All right. So what is authentication? What does it involve? Basically, we need a sign up and sign in. We already have a button. One more button that I'll be adding there would be logout. So let me just copy this and paste, by the side there, and I'll change the background to red. That's just what I'll do. All right, that's too dark. Make it a bit bright, and then let's change the text or label to logout. All right. So what we'll now do is we'll create two forms. One will be for signing up, one will be for signing in, and there will be just a button click to edit. Sorry, to delete. Now this is ridiculously simple, and I'll be showing you all of them in a minute. Okay. All right. So let's just duplicate. We just want to duplicate. Let's duplicate this pop-up as it is. So let's pull up a pop-up here like this, and then we'll just copy this. Sorry, let's get that back. So we're not supposed to cut. We want to copy, and then let's paste it. All right. Then we want to change it to register or sign up. Anyone, it's just fine. All right. We can get rid of this now. And it contains just two things. There's just email and password. That's all. So for this placeholder, now we'll make it email password. Sorry, email, just email. And for here, we'll change it to email too. All right. We'll also delete this multi-line description, and then change this to password. Also make the type password. Okay. And then change this up. Let's change this up to register. Then this one, let's just put sign up, something like that. All right. So what we could just do is let's add name. So let's make this first one name, just to add an extra field, and leave that text. With this, we've been able to register. Create the register rather. What we'll now do is to now create the login. Okay. So we've copied and pasted this. Let's just change this to login. Now we'll get rid of the name for the login. And so I have just the email and the password, and then we can say sign in. So login, sign in. That is it. So this is what the form entails. So the next thing would be to sign up, right? So let's do that. Let's get so I think we need to make it possible for one to be able to get this these pop-ups up. So let's add to the workflow, and then say show. We want to show an element, and which element are we showing? The element we are showing is register, pop-up register. Then back here for the login, we also want to show an element, show elements, and what we want is pop-up login, like that. All right. So if we do a refresh now, we should be able to get that form. So here's the login form, here's the sign up form. Okay, so that works fine. Now the next thing would now be to actually sign up. So let's get the pop-up register and then click on the sign up. All right, add workflow. So you see how we are repeating a lot of things that we've done before. Okay, then here in account, you could just say sign the user up, log the user in. We could do sign up or log in with social network. All these are cool. So we just want to do a basic authentication. Okay, all right. Here for the email, it's requiring an email and a password. So for the email, what we want to use is the input email. So you see, we need to also rename this so that we don't make some of this mistake again. So let's get back in the sign up. For the sign up, or we could leave the sign up one and change that of the login. So here we'll just add email login like that. Password login like that. So it makes it easy to find. So let's try again. So email sign up. So let's use the normal email value. For the password is the same thing. Email, sorry, password, normal password, and we can add some. Sorry, suppose it's password value, and then we could ask something else. You could require a password confirmation, by the way, and send email to confirm the password. We could do the other, but let's keep that for now. Let's just add another field. So the next field we want to add would be name, which does not exist, so we'll just create it immediately. Name. So you create the field and it's going to add to the user. So the type is of type text. So let's create it. So it's been added. And so what we are looking for is input name, the value of that input name. So once you are done with this, then everything is cool then. So what you can do is to I don't want to send this email now. Let's just hide the element that was popped up, and that is the register. So immediately we are done registering, you are already signed in, and then you'll be navigated into your page. That is if you are not on the same page that you want to be. Okay, so now that everything is complete, we could try signing up. But how do we see if we've been able to sign up? We could just add the email on top of here. So let's just look for somewhere and put this email. So we could just add a text in here. So let's put a text. Let's put a text here. And we want this to be the current. So current user is anybody that currently logged in. So we want the current user email. So once the person is logged in, you should be able to see the person logged in here. So here in the layout, let's make sure it's there in the middle. And that is all we really need. All right. So let's go back and try out what we've done. So let's try to sign up. Ebere at gmail.com. Now, for proper use, you would need that email confirmation and all that. But for this, we are doing it for test purpose. So for this, you will not be able to know if this email is right or wrong, but it doesn't matter. So sign up. So as soon as we sign up, notice that our email is showing here, which means that it signs us in immediately after we sign up. Okay. So next thing we want to work on is now the logout function. So in the logout function, click on the logout button, come to the add workflow, and what we want to do is here in the account, log the user out. That's just it. So once you click on log the user out, you are done with that. So do a refresh. Now after doing a refresh, try logging out and see what happens. And you see the email disappears because we are no longer signed in. So that's how you know that you are signed in. So you are signed out or signed in. So the next thing we want to now work on is the login. So the login, we want to do edit as usual. Sorry, we need to bring up the pop-up. I'm mixing it up. So pop-up login, click on the sign in, come to the add workflow, and here I want to log a user in. So log the user in. So we need login email, the email logins value. Here we need the password, input password login value. I want to stay logged in when we are inside. So that is it. Once we do this, we ask to hide the element. And what element is that? Pop-up login. And this is what you really need to do when logging in. Okay, so let's do a refresh now. So I want to try logging in the person that just logged out. So I think that's Ebere at gmail.com, and then put the password. Click on sign in, and let's see what happens. So you see, as soon as we click on sign in, we see Ebere at gmail.com, which means that this Ebere is signed in. So everything is working, and here we can add our project. And I think now if you try to add your project, you should be able to keep track of who is the person that created any particular project. Okay, so here we could add Ebere project. So we could do like ebpro .org about something like that. So everything now is showing up as it should be. So let's click on the add, and you notice that this project has been added. Let's check what's inside of the database here. So when you come to the database, you would now see that we have all this project created by this email. Okay, that just show you what it's supposed to be. If you can now sign in and sign out and create a particular stuff. Okay, so let's sign out. So let's log out, and then let's sign up somebody else. Let's try Sam at gmail.com. All right, and put in a password. So now you see Sam at gmail.com is logged in. You can also add your project like that, Sam project. So we just do Sam Pro at gmail.com. Sam Pro description like that, and that's all. So we save that like that. It's just like that. Okay, so now notice that this new project that was just added, so it's doing a refresh, sorry. So this new project that has just been added comes with its own email. So you see, we now have sam at gmail.com as it has attached this other one to Ebere at gmail. So that's just it. This is how you do a basic authentication in Bubble. All right, we'll go into a more advanced let's say authentication in a bit in the future, but thank you very much for sitting through this. I hope you've been able to learn a lot about authentication. I'll see you in the next project. So let's check this off. Build an authentication app. So with this, we've been able to see everything that you really need in order for you to basically build an application in Bubble. We've been able to see how to build out screens. We've been able to see how to build a CRUD application. We've also been able to see how we can build an authentication application. So I think in the next video we'll be looking at a final project whereby we'll be looking at how to build like a business transaction tracker with authentication. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.